Okay, back for American Idiot, which American Idiot is, like I said, my favorite album of all time. The problem is I don't have a whole lot of American Idiot stuff on CD and vinyl. Definitely need to get that album on vinyl. Instead, I just have the standard CD copy. So many classic songs on here. This was the album that really made Green Day one of the greatest rock bands of all time. Without this, they really only had the one breakout album, and that was Dookie. But this really brought them back into the limelight, really cemented their status as an arena rock band. Before then, they were really just kind of like a pop punk band. This is really that first album that they started to develop that arena rock sound. Great songs, of course, American Idiot, Jesus of Suburbia, which a fucking 9.5-minute Green Day song. That must have been mind-blowing, like if you were a fan of Green Day heading into this album, and then you picked it up and you're like, what the fuck is this? 9.5 minutes. Holiday, Boulevard of Broken Dreams. I could really just run down the track list. All kinds of fantastic songs up and down this album. One of the best cohesive albums. Every single song is fantastic. So yeah, they also released a live album, Bullet in the Bible. This is CD and DVD. Lots of American Idiot hits, as well as some of their older hits. Yeah, fantastic record. Definitely gives you the experience, especially if you watch the DVD, of seeing Green Day live, which is a fantastic experience. I can't wait to see them live again. Hopefully they're going to come out with a new album soon, and they'll have a tour along with that. But yeah, really great record there. Alright guys, the next era. 21st Century Breakdown. So this was the big follow-up to American Idiot. It was about 5 years in between albums. I feel like that they were almost trying to one-up themselves with this album. This is much bigger, and in my opinion, a little bit more bloated. There's too much material on this album, but still a really good album. It doesn't flow nearly as well as American Idiot, though. But yeah, still some really good songs. Know Your Enemy. Last Night on Earth, which is a fantastic ballad. East Jesus Nowhere is a great song. Peacemaker, Last of the American Girls. Murder City, Restless Heart Syndrome. Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, which is a great, just like, fuck the world song. The Static Age. And of course, American Eulogy, the 2-part song at the end of this album, or towards the end, is a fantastic song as well. But yeah, again, really cementing their arena rock sound. This is just the standard 2LP black vinyl, so I'm not going to get that one out. I also have the album on CD. This is a interesting release, because it doesn't say anything on here, but this comes with 2 CDs. So this comes with the standard album, and then it also comes with this Green Day Live in Japan, which has 6 songs from American Idiot live. So interesting release here. I want to say that this was like a Target exclusive back in the day, and I cannot get it closed. So anyway, their second live album was released on the 21st Century Breakdown tour, and that was awesome as fuck. So this has a lot of songs from 21st Century Breakdown and American Idiot, as well as some songs from some of their older stuff as well. They have some really old stuff on here. They have, let's see, Who Wrote Holden Caulfield, Going to Pasalacqua, Geek Sneak Breath, some really nice old songs on here as well. It also comes with a DVD, and the DVD has an extra song on here, which is, and it does have a slightly different track listing as well. So it has Cigarettes and Valentines, which was the Green Day album that was recorded and the master tapes were stolen. And they decided to just completely scrap the album, and they went out there and made American Idiot. So Cigarettes and Valentines was originally supposed to be the album instead of American Idiot. Yeah, and then there's the Awesome as Fuck DVD. Another cool thing to watch if you really want to get that experience of seeing Green Day live. Alright. Next album, set of albums here. Uno Dos Tres. This is the CD, standard CD box set. I really love the logo of the skull right there. I want to get that tattooed one of these days. Alright. So we start out with Uno. This is Green Day's trilogy of albums that they put out in the fall and winter of 2012. This was also around the time that Billy Joe went to rehab when the first album Uno came out. He had the famous meltdown at the iHeartRadio concert in Las Vegas. And pretty much right after that, he went into rehab. But anyway, this album kind of has a special place in my heart because of Oh Love, and that being the first Green Day song that I got into. But a lot of people really hate this album and these collection of albums. They are probably Green Day's worst material, but they're still fantastic records. And I think if you really took the best songs out of each of these albums, you would make a really fucking awesome record. And I think it would get a really good review. But they're kind of bloated. There's too much material. Again, kind of similar problem from 21st Century Breakdown. Too much material. And you got some bad songs in there that probably should have just been B-sides. But I still really like every song on these records. I haven't listened to this in a while, but I used to really listen to the trilogy a lot. Alright, then we get Dos. Dos has Mike on the cover. Billy Joe also had a really weird relationship with this girl here on the back. It almost seemed like they were having an affair together, but I don't know. She goes by Lady Cobra. She's actually a rapper. She rapped on the song Nightlife, which is a universally hated song by Green Day fans. I actually think it's kind of good. I really like Dos. Dos, I think, is my favorite for sure. And we have Trey, which of course has Trey on the cover. Probably the second best out of the trilogy. Overall, my favorite trilogy songs, Brutal Love, off of Trey for sure. Let's see, Missing You, Sex, Drugs, and Violence, Amanda, Walk Away, Dirty Rotten Bastard, which I think is the best song off of the trilogy, 99 Revolutions, Nuclear Family off of Uno, definitely good, Let Yourself Go, it's fantastic, Angel Blue, Oh Love, for sure still. And then Dos is my favorite album out of the three. Really like See You Tonight, Stop When the Red Lights Flash, Wild One, Stray Heart, Ashley, Baby Eyes, Lady Cobra, Nightlife. Really like this record. So, yeah, definitely recommend checking these out. You know, don't just buy into all the hate and just write them completely off. There's definitely some good songs. There's some songs that are mediocre for sure, but there's definitely some good songs on those records. Alright, then we had a 3-year absence before the most recent record, which is, if I can get all my stuff together, Revolution Radio. I have that upside down. So yeah, Revolution Radio. I have, of course, a lot of shit just fell over. Sorry about this. Alright, I have the standard CD copy. I have the CD booklet and the record. So yeah, I bought this a lot of stuff with this because this was the first Green Day album that was released since I became a fan, and I pre-ordered the hell out of this thing. So this is just the standard CD copy. We'll go over that first. It's kind of flat because it's kind of like that mini LP style packaging that's kind of cheap. But yeah, there's the back. I really like the gatefold on this CD. And the CD actually comes in on two different versions. So this is the standard artwork. And then I'll show you the booklet, or the book. It's like a hardcover DVD size book. Back cover. It has some artwork in it. Track listing. Some lyrics, pictures of the band. There's that front, or gatefold from the regular CD. More lyrics and stuff. And it has the special edition CD artwork. So two different kinds of artwork for the CD, which is kind of cool. And then the vinyl. This was a really good album. Definitely a return to form for Green Day. It was still that kind of like arena rock sound, but it has more of a simple, you know, not overproduced sound, and it's only 12 tracks, so you definitely have the strong songs. It's not overproduced, it's not bloated like a lot of their previous releases. So yeah, Bang Bang is one of the best Green Day songs, probably the best Green Day song since American Idiot. Let's see, Revolution Radio, of course, Say Goodbye, which I really like. Bouncing Off the Wall is probably my favorite song on the record, I'm not sure, but it's definitely close. Too Dumb to Die, which is fantastic. Forever Now, which is kind of their mandatory one really long song on the record. Ordinary World is a fantastic way to close it out. I'll show you guys this one because this is a colored vinyl. So you can see with the sticker there. This is also embossed. The stereo here is embossed, which is cool. So yeah, it came with an insert. I think I did an unboxing of this when it came out, but it's been a while. The custom labels. And a really nice red vinyl. Looks sweet. Alright. Now some stuff has fallen over. Let me organize some shit here first. Sorry, guys. Okay. This is the most recent Green Day release. Oh wait, actually, sorry. I fucked up. I skipped out on a couple things. So I have the Bang Bang CD single from Revolution Radio. This was the Best Buy exclusive. Came with this little coupon. Picture of the guys. CD artwork. This came with a B-side, which was a live version of Letter Bomb. This is one of the best songs from American Idiot. And then I also have God's Favorite Band, which is the second greatest hits album for these guys. They've got songs all the way from 2,000 Light Years Away off Kerplunk to, of course, Revolution Radio, and then their newest song, which is called Back in the USA. Song number 22 on this record. So yeah, I didn't really feel like I needed to own this on vinyl. I just got the CD version. Alright, now, the most recent Green Day release. This is Live at Woodstock 1994. I already did an unboxing of this for Record Store Day. This was the 2019 Record Store Day exclusive. So yeah, good sounding record. Now, Green Day adjacent stuff. This is going to be there's a side project in here, actually 2 side projects, and then I have this, which I'm going to show you guys, Turn It Around, the story of East Bay punk. So this is kind of a compilation of bands from the East Bay punk scene, which is where Green Day originated from. This is the Gilman Street Club scene. So this was a documentary that had been made, and then they released this album for it. It's from 1234 Go Records in Oakland, California. So it has a couple of Green Day songs on here. One of them they're credited as Sweet Children, which, if you remember, that's their first band. That was the song Sweet Children. And then they have the Kerplunk version of Welcome to Paradise on here as well. Overall, some really good bands on here. Operation Ivy, NoFX, Rancid, Pansy Division, which was one of the bands that toured with Green Day for their first tour. Crimpshrine, Fang, which actually I originally did the I Wanna Be on TV song that Green Day covered for Shenanigans. So yeah, I've showed this record before, but it's pretty cool. And then, finally, some side projects. So, this here is Pinhead Gunpowder. And this is the only release that I have that's from Lookout Records. So this is a original release from Lookout Records. Still has the old address there at the bottom. This is called Compulsive Disclosure. Came out in 2003. This is a side band that Billy Joe Armstrong has been playing in about as long as he's been the frontman of Green Day. This is a very old band, but some really good punk rock stuff. This I thought was really cool. This comes on a CDR. You can see the blue background, and it has Pinhead Gunpowder written on, like, it looks like it's written on in Sharpie, which is kind of cool. So yeah. I don't know, I don't think this is very rare, but it's pretty cool. Pinhead Gunpowder CD. And then I have stuff from The Long Shot, the Billy Joe Armstrong's most recent side project. This is the 7-inch single for Love is for Losers, which is side A. And then side B, Taxi Driver. This comes in on a picture disc. So there's the Taxi Driver. And then Love is for Losers, which is really nice. My friend Will, also known as the Vinyl Potato, here on YouTube, sent me this record in the mail last summer. He was lucky enough to see The Long Shot live twice. He saw them in Baltimore and DC, I want to say. Back then they were only selling those 7 inches at the actual Long Shot shows. The closest show to my house was Philadelphia, which was about a 12-hour drive. So there was no way that was going to happen for me. But he was really, really nice and thought of me and sent me that 7-inch. Those are pretty rare, I think. They did end up selling a few for Record Store Day online, but those sold out pretty quickly, so it's still pretty rare. And then finally, I also have the 12-inch LP Long Shot Love is for Losers, 11 new songs from Billy Joe Armstrong. It's from 2018. This is a self-release. 11 fantastic songs. This is an album, even if you're not a big Green Day fan, that I'd recommend you check out. This is just a really great rock and roll album. My favorite song is The Last Time, Body Bag, Love is for Losers, Kill Your Friends, Happiness, and Turn Me Loose for sure. And then they have the cover of Goodbye to Romance by Ozzy Osbourne, that 11th song, which is fantastic as well. So yeah, really recommend that you check out this album. There's not a bad song on here. Another great, fantastic record. So yeah, that is my entire Green Day collection. All of the random stuff and then all of the music. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think this is going to end up being 3 parts, and this will be your 3rd part, because it's just going to be too hard to upload a 40-minute video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you have an amazing day. Go ahead and leave me your thoughts on Green Day and or my collection. And again, hope you guys have an awesome day. Hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for future content. And see you guys later.